Set for the last. Ready to steady Blazin' Kazar. The gates have opened though, they're off and racing. Hey Magic lacked a bit of dash and dropped out, and so did Montagna. The first to jump away is Meltem with Buctorio. Here comes Fair Do working across. Blazin' Kazar's up there prominent. Western Star pushing up on the inside soon after. Around the outside going forward, Mrs. Hartley, and Picture Perfect was able to settle between those horses with a length and a half behind those when they get going. Deception Game. Rare Coin's gone up to join it on the rails. A length and a half to Hey Magic, two or more, Generous Albert. And back last of all is Montagna. Buctorio taken on now by Mrs. Hartley as they head out towards the 1,000 metres mark and race inside that point. Mrs. Hartley strode to a clear lead from Buctorio. A length and a half, Blazin' Kazar. Then Meltem, who's down on the inside getting a good run. A length to Fair Do. Back on the rails behind them, Western Star. A little more than a length to Picture Perfect, shading Rare Coin. Deception Game in the back half of the field after one to Hey Magic, being followed further back by Generous Albert, two or more, and last is Montagna. As they head by the 600, Mrs. Hartley shook them off, race 2.5 clear from Buctorio. When they approach the corner, he's going for the doctor on the leader. Around the outside is Fair Do. Meltem about to ease off heels coming into the bend. Right behind those, Western Star. They're closing in on that leader very quickly, and Picture Perfect making its run also. Inside the 300, Buctorio regains the lead. There's a split for Meltem, Picture Perfect, and now Deception Game. It's coming down the outside, the grey, with a great turn of acceleration. Further back is Montagna. Deception Game had reached the lead. Picture Perfect lifting from Meltem. Montagna keeps coming, but it's Deception Game that salutes. Deception Game has won from either Meltem, Picture Perfect, and a breath away Montagna. In behind them to Buctorio and Western Star. Rare Coin was next, just in front of Hey Magic. Further back in the field as they pull up next of all is Generous Albert, and back there with it Mrs. Hartley, who gave up the ghost. Blazin' Kazar, Fair Do, and two or more is the last of them to greet the judge. Deception Game home takes out the last of the day. Ridden by Brodie Kirby, number 1. Deception Game from the Adam Durant stable. 2 that will feature Kirby and Durant at the awards, of course, with Kirby taking out his first apprentice's title and Adam Durant with another trainer's premiership. The Blackfriars 3-year-old Too Good out of Undercover Lizzie, and it wins from either Meltem or Picture Perfect, and Montagna a very good run second up as well. As we wait for all placings, that winner's owned by Vicky Durant, and that's 4 out of 14 for Deception Game. Third run in the preparation. Salutes in good order in a race that was turned right on from the word go, with Mrs. Hartley running them hard. It was saved up, came with a dash, put them away under the 60 kilograms. A good performance. Standing by for second and third, if they can find a margin between Picture Perfect, the reset 3-year-old, Grant and Alana Williams, William Pike, and also there is Meltem, who's by Blackfriars out of Pride, trained by Lulu Ciani, ridden by Jason Whiting. Here they are. It's 1 from 4. Picture Perfect getting second. Third, number 6, Meltem. Fourth, number 2, Montagna in 1:42.97, a length and a nose. The margins as we head down now to Britt Taylor to round it all out from the winners' enclosure after the last, Britt.
Thanks very much, Darren. I am with Jason, and I tell you what, Vicky Durant may be staying up in Broome for extending that holiday, because yet another one of their homebreds have got the chocolates today.
Yeah, well, it's paying for their holiday. Yeah, they're going well at the moment.
They really are. This was a nice performance by this horse. On the quick backup, were you expecting him to fire?
Look, he's a good run last start, and he's a big, strong horse, so the backup didn't worry us. We were hoping to get a run similar to I'm Pretty, which we did, and yeah, he hit the line strong.
In the opening part of the race, very similar to I'm Pretty, really, with all the horses just going for that lead and the tempo being on, and you must have been pretty comfortable when watching the race.
Yeah, the way it panned out, normally if there's on-pace runners are winning early, normally the last couple of races it changes around because everyone, the tempo is normally pretty hot. So, yeah, I was pretty confident he could run over the top.
And it was good work by Brodie, getting on the back of Willie and then peeling out and giving the horse room. You mentioned he's a big, strong sort of horse, so probably needs that room.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt him, and yeah, he rode him well.
Well done on a win.
Thank you.
Deception Game taking out the last here. Brodie Kirby spoiling the party, not getting to see William Pike ride that final winner to see him clinch victory in this Australian, I guess, on the leaderboard. What do you call it, Pete?
I guess it's the overall
the record. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Looking for the record there for William Pike, and he wasn't able to do it today, but it might have to be Northam tomorrow, hopefully, or if not, back here on Saturday. We'll wait for Brodie Kirby to weigh in, and then we'll have a chat to him, but thought it was a nice ride by a horse that seems to be building nicely into a preparation and probably is only going to get better over a bit further.
It certainly just looks suited. They're third up, but the horse itself had just been going okay over the 1400 metres, but we saw it really go very consistently last preparation when it got up over that little bit further in distance, and obviously the horse got into a lovely position today. It was just suited by that genuine tempo up front.
Exactly as Jason pointed out, we see often the first half of the meeting, the on-speed runners winning, and then sometimes a bit of an overcorrection from the jocks, I guess, and as they all try and scramble for that spot on pace, and we saw that then with a lot of them rushing forward.
Absolutely. It seemed like a pretty genuine and pretty relentless tempo there up front, but obviously that means that some of the runs and some of the horses that just finished behind them were pretty brave.
I've got Brodie Kirby now. You rode him a week ago, and today you've been able to go one better, Brodie. A lovely ride. You must have enjoyed the tempo up front today.
Yeah, it was a good race for him. It was just a shame about the barrier, but we ended up in a nice position. As soon as I found the back of Willie Pike, I was just wrapped. And then a bit of pace got injected in the race, about the 1,000, and it just suited us to a T. It was just a matter of whether he was good enough, and he is a nice horse.
Today he was. Well done on the win.
Thanks, Brett.
Brodie Kirby combining with Adam Durant.